Oh my goodness.
Valley, Cade,
Oh,
Brody.
woo! How are you guys
Hold on,
doing
let me
today?
get mine on. Let me get mine on.
We good, bro. We actually like Adi was saying, we was recording for the album like right before we jumped on here.
Yeah.
Oh my.
It was a beat meant for yin yang, but we didn't use it for yin yang, so we're
Yeah.
gonna use it for this one.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's fire.
And the production during Yin Yang. Oh
It's
my
goated.
goodness.
Valley's
Bro, we
learning.
cool.
Would you?
Valley,
Yeah.
Oh, I can't ask questions.
I got my staff on.
yeah. Fuck yeah,
Had to
Cade.
rip.
Oh my goodness. It's so nice to see y'all right now. Oh my
Same,
goodness.
bro. I
Guys
stayed
drop-
up. I stayed up till like 2 o'clock last night watching y'all stream and shit. Yeah, I had to go to bed because I had to be up early, but that shit was fire, bro.
Oh my
Valley
goodness.
was gonna
Thank you
so
so much,
turn, bro.
Nah, bro, Valley, you
Ah.
are. I love all the reactors. I really do. Like, I love all of them. So does Adi. But like, you are the GOAT. Like, when it comes to reacting, like all the antics and everything else you fucking do when you like the shit, it's fucking it's top tier.
Actually, me and Scrim were talking about making our own reaction YouTube channel to react to y'all's reactions of our music, and then y'all can react to our reactions of
Yes.
y'all's reactions to our music,
Yeah,
and then we can react to y'all's reactions of y'all's reactions to our music.
bro, this dude a troll. He's the biggest troll.
And it's like
I
an
fuck-
inception of reactions. Oh my goodness.
Bro, we've been saying that. Ruby's the final boss of fucking Brain Rot. All the
Bro,
teasers
he-
for the album, bro.
I don't boss of
That
Brain
shit was
Rot.
fucking hilarious, bro.
He's like the wise brain rot. Like he
Yeah.
has all the wisdom of the
Meme
brain
God.
rot.
He's tapped
Troll
in, bro. He's tapped in.
You guys haven't even seen the Jersey Shore edit, so just wait. I got more.
Oh
coming.
my
I
god.
got
Oh
more
no,
coming.
there's more.
Oh my
No
god.
fucking
The
way.
Viva La Bam edit. Oh.
I'm gonna keep posting until I start losing followers.
Like people are scared to put Don Vito in their Viva La Bam stuff. When I saw Vito, I was like, okay, now this is what we're talking.
He had allegations.
He had a set essay
He
allegation.
did. I know. Yeah.
Can anybody look
Ugh.
at Vito and assume that he,
Yeah, that's
what he was about?
either that or fucking paying.
R.I.P. Don Vito.
Yeah.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Some of my best laughs of my life. Oh my goodness.
That's a good era, man.
Yo, who the fuck is Tim?
Such a good era.
Tim Dings is Lucas. He's the one I
Yo,
was
what's
talking to you
up?
about the other day when I was texting about flying out.
Oh, what up?
He
What
does
up?
all the back end
I'm
stuff
here
for the
just making
server.
sure
This
everything's
shit
running
wouldn't be
smooth.
possible without him.
Yo,
Yes.
quick question.
Oh
what's
my
up?
god. Thank
Fuck it, we gonna do it live. What's the 18 and up fucking
Oh,
wrong?
that's a chat without all the minors, and if we catch you on and they get like banned. So it's just
Alright.
like separate minors from adults.
Nothing gross in there. It's not.
Alright.
It's not like.
It's like a chat for y'all to talk about the kind of cigarettes y'all smoke
Yeah.
and the gambling y'all
Pretty
like
much,
to do.
just
Yeah,
it's just like shit that we can't
Right.
talk about in front of like
Legal.
little
no
kids and shit.
NSFW stuff.
Alright. Just had to check on that. You dig?
So what
We
up?
should probably
What
get
up,
you
y'all?
guys to go over all the rules and everything eventually, though.
All right, what are we doing here? Are we gonna have a
Yeah.
staring contest or what? Let's do this.
Yeah.
If I may, real quick, Scrim and I were just discussing how I'm making an account for Discord, and I think we're gonna start trying to hop in from time to time, maybe every month or two, and come fuck with y'all for a little bit. So
Hell yeah.
He got a taste of it, bro. He got a taste of hopping in and just
now I want to
talking shit.
Yeah.
It's goaded.
Oh, he's gonna be trolling. Oh my god, I can't wait. Like someone's gonna think it's not him, and I can't wait to see it.
Right.
Oh,
right.
for real.
So how
I
does
mean, it's
this?
a perfect spot for you guys to come in and like tease music and like talk to us and get feedback and all that.
Hell yeah! I already know you guys don't like Zuccenberg. I'm not surprised though. So
Fuck Zuccenberg.
yeah.
I only said that because Scrim fucking hates that one.
Bro, that was I
Oh,
just
no.
got out of rehab. That was my second verse I ever laid down sober. I was not in the right mindset to do that. That shit is ass cheeks, bro.
Well then,
It is ass
Oh
cheeks.
no.
I went to
Hey, I
rehab,
didn't
and
post about the anniversary for you this year.
Thank you.
when I was in rehab was when they were trying to drop the song, the other guys on the song. So they were blowing me up in rehab, which was kind of like not a great
Yeah.
So I was like, just put it out there, just put it out there. So
And then it came out. Yeah.
and it's now there in the world forever.
Yeah.
So
I had seen somebody
With a
ask,
very
"What's your
green cover.
wait? Somebody asked, "What's your favorite SB?" It was like one of those, like,
Mhm.
"What's your favorite SB song?" And I shit you not, somebody commented Zuccenberg.
I'm sure there's
And I was like, "What the fuck?"
there's
is
somebody
wrong?
out there that might be their favorite song, but I don't
That's
think it's a lot of people.
that's
you know?
fucking wild.
It's possible satire as well.
Fuck,
Oh my gosh.
fuck
You see a lot of
Yo.
people on. Yeah, people kind of troll it.
So how does this format work? How we kicking it
Alright.
off?
So we got 5 questions for you each. Valley's gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask Ruby, and then we got 5 questions at the end for both of you that we're just gonna like switch between.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Sick.
All right, Valley, you got to start out so
Alright.
Ruby knows how this
Here-
goes.
Ruby's nephew Valley is
Whoa.
Slick's nephew tonight.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, let's do this. Like you're no, I'm not even gonna do it. All right, let's do it. Let's go. Okay, so let's start with the first question. We're gonna go very basic and go with Via Crucis. What's your inspiration behind the album, man?
I think I kind of said it the other night on the live. Anytime I'm making an album, whether it's SB or my own shit, I mean, dude, the only thing I can talk about is what I'm going through at the time. I think that's why it's so real. That's why it's so raw. That's why it's so personal to me. You know, because I think Adi will agree with this. With SB, it's just gotten so big that people have expectations with it. Like it's become its own thing. And as much as we never wanted it to be in a box, it has a slight edges of a box around it, and that's why we started to venture out into the solo stuff. So the inspiration is always to get off what I can't get off in SB, to make what I can't make in SB. And dude, there's a lot of solo stuff that I make, and Ruby always gets first right or refusal to it because you know if he likes it, I want it to go to SB. But whatever I'm left with, which is usually all the auto tune shit. But whatever I'm left with is usually what becomes the project. Now, the inspiration comes from what I go through. It comes from what I've been through. I could have had a really bad day, or somebody could have said something to me that day, and it brings up all these fucking feelings that I'm able to tap into. I could have had a really good day that day, like Daddy Warbucks, like had the best fucking day of my life, had just a really solid good day, and I just end up making some like happy feel good shit. But the also I wanted to demonstrate my journey and struggle with faith, but without doing it in a corny way. I think, and that's no hate, but when people do like Christian music, it tends to, I don't know, in my opinion, get kind of corny. But I wanted to be able to show you guys my journey with faith, and also how I still struggle with it, dude. How I don't have it locked down. How I don't, I'm questioning shit every day. Um, so what you guys got as an end result. So that's how the aesthetic came about. That's how the title came about. It's kind of my nod to my own personal, to my God that I found, and also um, sharing with you guys that what you heard was Scrim from 2024 to now. Like that album marks that time in my life. So anyway, that was a long-winded answer, but yeah.
Should we
No,
turn
you
this
broke
light
that
on?
down perfectly, dog.
Mark,
Yeah, y'all want me to?
you want to turn it on?
Oh, you want the campfire light?
Uh,
I'm with whatever.
let's test it out.
Yeah, that's it. Damn, I almost spilled that.
I already spilled sparkling water on my lap, bro. Is that better?
Yeah,
Y'all,
that is better.
If
You guys
somebody
are-
sees it.
Yep.
No, I'm just playing. Oh, I thought you were talking about the stain, the water stain.
which one you like?
It looks
I don't
good.
care. Let's do that. Let's do campfire. It's too bright. Yeah, it's too bright. All right. So, yeah.
All right. So pretty much now for you,
Okay.
Oddy, pretty much the same question. Where do you get the inspiration for Duckboy? Like any bands, anything?
Yeah. Obviously, I think you guys know that I've been in bands since I was like 13. I've done it all in bands and stuff. I've done shit, dude. Fucking indie rock, post punk, hardcore, fucking emo, post hardcore, metal, thrash metal, all sorts of ska punk, all sorts of shit. And I even had like a little acoustic thing I tried, but that was pretty nerve wracking.
And ended up being the best rapper alive.
Nah, dude, nah. I think my inspiration is like there's certain bands that I obviously fuck with that mean a lot to me. Being a young guy, being a young teenager or whatever, you kind of like I think that's when you really find if there's music that speaks to you. I think a lot of it happens when you're in your teenage years. And
Yep.
you know, I do Duckboy with a few buddies of mine that I've been playing music with since we were 14 years old. And like Scrim said, it's really something outside of the parameters of Suicideboys that I can kind of scratch that itch and play some instruments and maybe do some things that Suicideboys wouldn't necessarily incorporate.
Yeah.
And I think the closest we ever got with Suicideboys to doing something like that was Live Fast Die. Whenever
Yeah.
when Travis had hit us up about doing a project and said that Monkey from Korn wanted to be involved. I remember like Scott and I talking, saying we want to do this, but we don't want to do like corny rap rock. And anyway, I think that's the closest we ever got to touching the rock world. But we have been in talks of like making a hardcore album with Suicideboys and Scott and I doing like all the
That'd
screaming
be
and shit.
fucking
So
dope, dude.
that's actually kind of in the works right now. But we try to do so many things at once, and then a lot of stuff kind of gets put on the back burner. And next thing you know, we forget
Yeah.
about it. There's other shit that's coming up. Things just keep moving. So, but yeah, I would say
that's how it goes.
it's really the same answer as Scrim. Pretty much is like kind of talking about stuff that I maybe wouldn't necessarily talk about in Suicideboys, or playing stuff that.
How do you
with
get
sounds.
the inspiration for like the title and direction of each one?
Shit.
Because
Dude.
it's so hard, bro. Like they're so sick.
Thanks, bro.
Yes.
I don't know.
Where'd the Sigma name come from?
The what?
The
Where we go with
names, man.
the Sigma for the second project?
So for the tragic love songs to study to, I wanted to do like like chill hip hop beats to study to. I just was doing it as like that kind of vibe, but more like tragic love songs. And then
Yeah.
the second thing is like it's really
Okay.
just songs for people that feel like they don't have a place for themselves. I don't know. That's kind of like the vibe I was going for.
Yeah.
And this one is like
Yep.
don't get stuck on your phone. Like it's
Yeah.
coping strategies to like stuff you can do that's outside of just being on your fucking phone all day. So
Yeah.
but yeah.
Sick.
That
That's fair.
website's so sick.
Oh
Right,
yeah.
that shit was cracking. We're going on it last night.
Shout out Tristan and Alex, man. Those dudes are fucking insanely talented, dude. Insanely talented.
Yeah.
They do stuff that Scott and I don't think could ever do because
Fuck no.
we're uncle status now. So
Yeah. Big on.
big unks,
You can
suicide
shorten
uncle.
it. You can say Unc. Yeah.
It fucked me up when dude this crosshearted called me Unc like a year ago, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Dude,
Fuck.
I think it's actually more uncle to say uncle. Like say the whole word.
Yeah.
Oh, way more. Oh,
Yeah,
come
pretty
on. 2
much.
syllables? Oh, yeah.
Uncle,
You bet.
father.
Yeah, 2 syllables in 2025. Come on.
He's the jewel. Yeah.
Cook.
All
All right, Valley,
right.
you want to run it
All
back?
right, let's go on. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and ask Scott what's his top 3 songs from his latest album, Via Crucis. This is going to be good because he can't decide. Yeah.
He's gonna be putting the track
Look at
list
him.
right now.
I'll tell you mine from
He
his
can't
project.
decide.
Yeah, tell him yours.
Go
You
for it.
can
Go
decide.
for it.
Oh, well, you've heard it.
Mine is fucking hashtag Lonely Core. Axemen of New Orleans, Nightmare. Is it Nightmare on the North Side?
3. Yeah.
3. That one's the best one I think out of the Nightmare on the North Sides. And Methamphetamine Blues is incredible. And there's one more that I mentioned to you downstairs. Oh, Real Tree Players Anthem, I think is also great. Those are my favorites.
You're making me blush, bro.
And this man dropped 33. Was it 33?
30.
30. Oh,
Could have been 33, but
But
I got bitched at. I got bitched at for 30.
Oh,
All right, so my,
By me,
Yeah.
not by me. I told Scrim to make 1,000 songs.
yeah, he did. All right, so my favorites are Destination Lost, Tale of the Missing Man, Whiskey for the Holy Ghost, Real Tree Players Anthem, Axemen of New Orleans, Reborn,
This dude's gonna name every fucking song.
Warp Lives,
exactly.
Psych Ward.
Oh, that's the whole
Lonely-
album.
Bro's going
Nightmare.
for Blues right there.
You get
Do the whole
point.
thing. No, do the whole
Alright.
thing.
Guns N' Roses,
Yeah.
Father Hold Me,
Yeah.
Methamphetamine Blues,
Mm.
Ex Nihilo,
Mm.
Pill Hill Serenade,
Ooh.
Eastern Bloc Psalm,
Chill.
Do Killers Ring the Doorbell,
Mm-hmm.
Death Rides a Gray Horse,
Mm-hmm.
Physician Heal Thyself, Daddy Warbucks Freestyle, Way of Sorrows, Today is a Beautiful Day to Die, Walk on Water Freestyle, Depression My
Alright.
Best Friend, Staring at the Dust, Leave the Gun, Take the Cannoli, Ugly Sunday, Red Mist, Gospel of Scott, Vina Amoris. So,
Bro, honestly, y'all sleep on Scrim's song titles though. Like, I think he
Yeah.
sleeps on his own.
short
I
and
love
to
his
the
song
point.
titles.
I like short and to the point. No, so look, those 30, the reason I said those 30 is because whenever, and Brody can attest to this because he sits there and goes through all of them with me. Bro, we're going through like hundreds, if not 1,000 songs. And from that, we just keep cutting the list and cutting it and cutting it. And once we finally get to a point to where I'm like, dude, I can't cut no more.
Psycho.
I can't cut no more. That's what it is. With Lonely Boy, it was 44 tracks. With this one, it was 30. But in all honesty, though, I will say this: it keeps switching depending on what mood I'm in. But I really like Staring at the Dust. That one's like really, and probably because it's newer, but because it's like really personal, and it has. I don't know if you heard in the background, it has a sample in the background of like this woman, and in the low pitch, and she's saying, "God still cares. God still cares," and it's just a deep song, bro. It's not like some worship song, but it's like it's a song admitting all my faults, all my flaws, all my shortcomings.
Vulnerable.
Yes, and acknowledging all the people that feel worthless, they don't feel worth it, and all the sinners. So that I don't know, dude. That one. I actually was watching Akuma react to it earlier, and he started crying. It made me cry, and I don't really cry like that, but I like Reborn. Reborn's fucking amazing. And Psych Ward was one of the earliest ones I made. Pill Hill Serenade was like the first one I made after Lonely Boy. I think Psych Ward was like the fourth one I made after Lonely Boy. But ever since I made Psych Ward, I knew that bitch was that's one of my tops. So
He's capping, bro. I've never seen this man cry in my life, and I've known him since the day I was born. So he's capping. Scrim doesn't cry, bro. He's the most stoic motherfucker I know.
Yeah,
It's
I don't know.
probably
Maybe
like the most like
it was my
straightforward
al-
cry ever. It's just like
yeah.
Yeah, it was all that.
It was
device.
it was all the allergies. But yeah, no, that's it, bro. So those 30 are it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't cut no more. That was it.
Yeah.
yeah, you just added a 0. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We meant to say 30. We meant to say 30. All right.
Yeah.
Next question for you, Ruby. You kind of went over this already, but how do you meet the other members of your band?
Through like the local New Orleans punk scene. Like the way the punk scene works, at least back then, or at least in New Orleans, you kind of like if you're there and there's a show going on or an event going on, whatever, you kind of like everybody's there to kind of be somewhere that they feel like they belong in.
Yeah.
So there's no awkward like everybody's talking to everybody is what I'm trying to say. Like it's like a very social thing, and everybody is kind of just getting to know each other. But all three of those dudes, by the way, all those Instagram accounts are like them. They're not me.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not me. Deepwater the Horizon is my boy Eric, who I've known since I was 14. He worked at Russell's for a little bit. We were in a bunch of bands together. Larry Boy de Greasy is one of my best friends, Bobby, who he like comes on tour with us and does the merch and shit. Y'all might have met him. And then Brian is BP the Oil Spill, who we were in a band called Further Reasoning together that you can find online, actually, if you wanted to.
Oh, can
I
you?
wonder
Yeah,
if
it's
there's new
still-
law.
Furtherreasoning.bandcamp.com. Oh shit, I just leaked it. Yeah, that's it. If you want to check it out.
Damn.
That's from in
That's how
2009.
you do it.
My
Hell.
freshman year in college. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Before
some of
I
those tracks from like 2007, eh?
wait, what?
Some of those tracks are from like 18 years ago, like the lyrics for them.
Yeah. In particular,
Yeah, how did that happen?
so in particular, VCR eject button and Kino, not the entire songs, but like the kind of like the guitar riffs were written back in 2007, 2008. I was in this band called Ruben, back in senior year of high school with Bubby actually, and there's a couple tracks from Tragic and a couple tracks from Existential Hymns that are also from that era. But again, they've been reworked, they've been kind of built upon. The lyrics have changed and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's how I know these guys.
That's so tight.
Fire. That's crazy. You kept all that
Hey,
like
Tyler, with your
archive
day one.
for 18 years.
Bro, when we did Shark Attack, bro, I did Shark Attack like 3-4 years before we dropped it. So I'm kind of like, I guess it's kind of my swag is like doing shit and sitting on it for fucking a decade.
And I'm total opposite.
He's the opposite, dude. He'll make 50 songs and drop them before he made them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Which,
have
by the way,
songs
can y'all
made.
encourage him to make 59 songs for the next solo project, please?
I'll push him.
59,
forward.
he did that last time. Oh no, actually,
we
it
were
like
gonna
added
try
up,
for
right?
it.
No, you told me to do that on Lonely Boy.
Dude, I was trying to get him to do 59 tracks for Lonely Boy, and then before even Suicideboys was a thing, I was trying to get him to do 1,000-song mixtape to get a world record for most songs on an album or something. And we even inquired with Guinness Book of World Records asking if they would, consider that official, and they said no. So we didn't do it
because there's no way to say what's a song.
Exactly.
Upload it. No, I'm just playing. How would you even upload it? How long would it take? Like a year? Like literally?
Probably take weeks.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah.
Maybe a week it would take to upload all those tracks.
Yeah.
Oh my
God damn.
god.
Well, actually, that's not true. Maybe months. You got to go through the lyrics. There's a lot of shit.
Kyle and Dana would fucking want my head on a platter trying to clear.
Oh, they would quit.
That many samples.
They would quit.
Yeah. I'd have to be like a sample.
Anybody Jewel Gang in the house? Jewel Gang? No.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Strawberry
Same
short.
flavor.
You still smoking on the strawberry?
A big jewel and
Strawberry
a big
short.
And that shit look alien as fuck.
It's just great tobacco, y'all. Come on.
Everyone's saying Geek Bar.
All
Geek
right.
Bar.
Geek Bars.
This, what on smoke is the
Yeah.
I got some weed. No, I'm just playing. All right.
Bro, Belly be getting high as fuck on his reaction.
Hit it, bro.
So funny.
Oh,
Bro, he literally smoked last night
I
before the
smoked it
thing. He was
before.
freaking out the whole live.
I'll roll up or something, whatever. I gotta ask Scott this question though. What were the other producers for the project? Other than Dinox, Loach, and Sambo.
I can't even name.
Dinox hop back on. What up, Dinox?
I can't even name all of them. Brody always helps with a majority of the. Brody's become not only a big help with solo, but like even with SB. I don't know. Just like when me and Sambo linked up and we just had like this chemistry that worked. Same with Brody. Brody and Kavi, KXVI, are the two that we just kind of the styles gel together the most. So Brody, Kavi, I know Hars, Sambo. Sambo does a lot of like, let's say the song's brought in, Sambo will maybe like.
Sambo's the music theory guy.
Yeah, very, very technical, very whereas, we're going off by ear. Sambo's very technical, and he'll add those little sprinkles. Sambo's the outro god, in my opinion. He's goated with that.
Very talented.
But
like he's like the cherry
EDM
on top,
thing was
like
his
magic
idea,
touch.
right?
yeah, Brody would know the other people better than I would, because I think Brody is in contact with a lot of these people. Brody and Kavi. Who else is on there, Brody, that I missed? Justin Brio, right? Loki, man.
They're Loki, man, yeah, or Loki. I don't know how to pronounce it. And then we got a lot of people. We got like Serenity. She wasn't on this project, but she helped a lot with like figuring out the sound.
Yeah.
dude, there's so much people that I've been working on this with. We got Connor, Camus, Lovesick, a lot of my like OGs, like Camus. He did the outro with me. He's one of the boys I grew up with, like before, like not even music related wise. And dude, there's just so much great people I've had the opportunity to work with on this project who are very talented.
Yeah, a lot of
fire.
so yeah. If we start working on something, Brody, Kavi, and them, I mean, people, they all work with a big producer community. So they'll send each other loops, send each other samples, and that shit basically gets funneled to us. And then that's typically how the process works. Um, and then Brody helps with the transitions, and kills it. So yeah, that answers that question. Yeah.
Okay.
My
a
bad if I
lot of
keep coming in
peop-
and out of here. And my Discord likes to crash every like few minutes,
As you
so if I
can.
just pop in and out.
That's all right. You're across the world,
All right,
man.
all right.
Cade goes through the same thing, man. No, I'm just playing.
America.
Yeah, my should be tweaking out, bro. Being out in fucking New Zealand, especially with the thunderstorms going on right now. All right. Next question for Ruby. I think most people could break this down and figure it out themselves. But where did the name Duckboy come from?
It was actually originally
Actually, I don't know if they would.
it's an alias originally for Suicideboys. And it still is, honestly. But I was bad off on opiates when we started Duckboy. I started jamming with them as like I was in a miserable spot in my life, and Scott and I were probably the farthest we've ever been relationship wise in like so like basically Duckboy is like me ducking all of my problems and ducking all my responsibilities and ducking life, really, like avoiding it, dodging it. At the same time, it's like ducking off dope, like nodding out, because that's what I was doing for 10 years. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is a nod to like my old self, a nod to like my worst self. And it's like I have this idea of Duckboy being the worst superhero of all time, to where you call like you flash the duck symbol in the sky and he just doesn't show up because he's high on the couch or something, like, or he shows up
after.
too late, yeah, or he shows up and the only thing he can do is just puke because he's too fucked up. Like, that's pretty much
That's
what
fine.
Duckboy is. Yeah.
That's fine. I knew
That
it was
is so
something to do with
tight.
like
I love
ducking off
that
pills
twist.
sort of thing.
That's just so
Yep.
tough, bro. I'm thinking like a duck. I'm just thinking like, oh shit, what Animal Planet or something like that.
That's
I
all.
don't
That's
know.
also
I'm
that's
having
why
a goofball.
that's why the intro is me forwarding the call is like what it is, and then all the voicemails are like me ducking those calls because I'm notorious for like not answering the phone. You can ask Scrim. Like I'm notorious with not texting back and not answering the phone. That's also an element of what Duckboy is. I've gotten better at it over the
yeah.
years.
God.
Though. Better at it now.
I
I
should
feel
be
you.
Duck
I
Boy's
feel you.
nephew. I can relate.
Same
I'm
dog.
sorry.
We're twins.
Oh my god.
All right, Valley, you're
That
up.
was such a good answer. I'm fucking. All right, come on. How many songs didn't make the cut for Via Crucis, and how did you decide on the songs that you were going to
Like
put on it?
so many, man.
Bro, one day before it's all said and done, I'll probably just need to like release the vault, just
Why not?
like dump it
Yes.
all. A lot didn't make it, but it's not for bad reason. It's either because I feel it doesn't fit the project, or dude, I do make mid shit. I mean, I make so much music that I don't knock it out the park every time. He works differently than I do. I have to be pumping it out over and over and over. And let's say I make 10 songs, 6 of them might be mid, but I got 4 bangers out of that. That's just kind of how it works. So some of them are mid, dude, and I just don't feel like they're good enough to come out. Some of them just don't match what the energy is.
Just started with
No,
the
you're
to
good.
jump off this. Suicideboys has mid songs that we just never put out there.
Yeah.
Because if it's not our best work, we just won't put it out. Unless it's like a situation like
Right.
Zuccenberg, where there's a few that were like have like
Oh,
your
man.
hard
Well,
spot.
dude, there was a point in time in our career, like around I Want to Die in New Orleans time, where I was so out of it and just so tapped out that I didn't give a fuck
Yeah,
what came out, what I put out. And
yeah.
I today, and I got this from today, I take a lot of pride in whatever comes out. It has to be top
Dude,
notch.
it's out there forever.
Yeah, and he lit a fire under my ass a couple of years ago, but that's a whole nother story.
Well, that whole philosophy is. I remember some well respected hip hop artist. I think it was Talib Kweli or something. He was explaining to the interviewer that the only rapper that doesn't have a bad verse is Andre 3000 because everything he put out was his best work. He tried his hardest and his best, and then he put it out, and that kind of just stuck with me. And I
Yeah.
kind of told Scrim that, and I think it resonated with him.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, it's either mid, it doesn't matter. But also, hold on, let me see what was the question again, Valley?
how
What
many
was-
did you not put on the
I mean,
project?
all right. But the other
Mhm.
part. Oh, and how
How did you decide on
so the way my shit tends to work, I'll just start making shit. And then after tour last year, I went to California in the desert. Me, Brody, Sambo, Hars, we all got together and we were like, all right, let's take a look at what we got. And we went through everything, we rated everything. And at that point, I seen where I was at and I was kind of tripping out because it may sound like a lot to y'all, but I only had like 22 songs on there that and not all of them I was even satisfied with. So it kind of tripped me out in a bad way. I was like, fuck, I gotta get this shit together. So I usually just make shit like that, make. And then when the album idea aesthetic pops up, like when Lonely Boy popped up with the whole Western cowboy aesthetic, for whatever reason, I don't know if this happens to you too, but like every song I made after that was a fucking banger because I knew the direction and I knew where to head.
That's exactly
The thing that just happened with Via Crucis before we met in California was just this gumbo of hard song, this and that. Like it didn't really make sense.
Yeah.
Once that came into play, that was a wrap. Like the rest just fucking flowed. So that's kind of how the solo process at least goes for me.
I can relate to that because Duckboy, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I just wanted to start a band. It wasn't necessarily aiming to do like some pop punk emo shit. Although there's like a special place in my heart for that kind of music. You know, there's Duckboy songs that are like heavy and have like just screams and breakdowns and shit. And that's all coming later. But
Yeah.
I wanted to understand myself
favorite-
what Duckboy was before I put it out there as something that existed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I feel that. Yeah.
Yo,
Sambo.
Sambo here. I actually have a question for Adi that I think people might want to know. When you're writing your solo stuff, like it's different than like, you know, rap beats, right? Like you're just making drums or, you know, using loops and stuff. Like, are you sitting there with a guitar, like, and like when inspiration strikes, you're kind of playing chords and writing lyrics? Like, how's your songwriting process when it comes to your solo stuff?
That's a great question. It depends. You know, with a song like "End of Summer" 2005, that song actually started with the drums, which is rare. That doesn't usually happen. But the drum beat was what I started with, and then I wrote the bass line, and then the rest kind of just followed. But typically, I would say that we have like a riff already, whether it's like an idea for a verse or an idea for a hook. Usually, it's a guitar riff that we kind of build everything off of. And I'll like kind of have like a very loose, it's like a skeleton of a song that has all the parts and whatever, and I'll bring it to the guys, and they'll kind of like take what the idea is, and they'll add their own little like kind of swag to it. And if I like it, I'll be like, yes, do that. That's what we're gonna do. And the studio, a lot of these things, you know, I'll bring it to the guy Will Yip, who's a fucking legend, and he will tell me like, yo, you should switch this with that and take this part out. And lot of the times I'll listen to his ideas, but there are times where I'll be like, no, I like the way it is. I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah.
And I know it's like this. It's just music.
That's really dope. Did you ever have like lyrical ideas? Like it was always like a music that came first, you know? Because like with Suicideboys, it's like the beat kind of comes, and then you're inspired by that, and you write lyrics. Did it ever like go the other way around, where you had something you wanted to sing about, like a vibe or an idea, and then the music kind of came after that?
Maybe an idea or a vibe or like something I wanted to talk about, but no, it's always music first, then lyrics. With Suicideboys and Duckboy, it's always music first, then lyrics.
Same. It always starts with the beat, and then
It's got to.
Yeah,
It's got to.
and then from there,
Except
one
for
line will pop in the head.
except for your song.
Oh, you know what? Actually, don't know why I didn't start with a beat from my last solo. I was in the kitchen in California. I said, "Riding around town, I'm so fucked up, I can't even motherfucking see." And I stopped what I was doing, and like immediately,
Voice memo.
I ran to the bedroom, made the beat, and fucking just like
Yeah, he makes beats in his bedroom, y'all. This guy don't stop, bro.
Fucking studio.
He
Sick.
does it, bro. He invited me to his tour bus, and it was like the craziest thing ever. I'm like, bro, is this like a house?
Yeah, I
You
have
just-
a bed.
You
The
just,
tour bus not just has a fucking studio.
Yeah.
He
That's all he
sleeps on his
needs. That's all he needs.
it's like his bat cave, bro.
fucking
Yeah,
right.
a lot of songs were made on like tour.
Yeah, that's every
Yeah.
solo.
I'd imagine.
I mean, Yin Yang, fucking
Psycho.
SB album. Yeah, dude, a lot of it is made on tour. For whatever reason, when we hit the road, bro, like bangers just happen.
Yeah,
Banger. I don't know. Maybe it's change of environment, change of scenery.
I think you're just in the zone.
Same thing when I go to Cali too. Like
Yeah.
I
'cause
made
you can
Real
just-
Tree Players Anthem.
Oh wow,
Like yeah, I made Lonely Core.
wow. All the ones I like.
Yeah,
That's
all in
crazy.
Cali. Yeah.
Damn,
Nightmare.
This
that's
might be my favorite. This might be
up.
my favorite question. Next one for you,
Sir.
Odie. Which bands influenced Duckboy?
That's a good
Ooh.
question, dude. Off top, I want to
There's
say
one I
brand
know
new.
you're gonna say.
I want to say brand new off top. That kind of just that realm of like that era of music, brand new. I think encapsulates it really really well. For the stuff, the heavier stuff that I've yet to put out, Under Oath and At the Drive-In, Norma Jean, those kind of bands. But for this stuff, it's really like I don't know, dude. That's a hard question,
Yeah.
honestly.
Mm.
Yeah. Fuck, you kind of stumped me on that one.
And hit the blunt. No, I'm just blunt.
Dude, you listen to so much. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure you pull from all of it. Like
yeah, it's interesting. I mean,
your music palette in that world is big in general, but in that world, I mean,
well, I was a student of that shit.
Right,
Studied it.
right.
Honestly, the newer stuff is the heavier stuff that I'm going to come out later is it's been described to me as like if My Chemical Romance was like a hardcore band. It's like
Get the fuck.
yeah.
Oh
Sounds
my
interesting.
goodness.
Oh my god.
And it's got
Guess
a
for
little
that.
Deftones.
I've been waiting.
I know you all love your Deftones. I know that. So it's got a little bit of those
Yeah.
those ninth chords that y'all all love. Those sad melancholic chords.
You know, I was surprised that I got a song on the album called Father Hold Me,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like almost like grunge alternative, and it was just me trying something new, and it's been one of the most like well received,
No way.
popular
I'm
ones.
gonna have to go back and listen to that
Where
one
I'm
day.
like, do I need to fucking become a grunge singer?
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
I've been trying to get this fucker to be a
Oh,
punk singer. This guy smoked me
Was
on
that the
nothing
one where
left.
you like screamed at the end? Which was that one?
No, that's Depression, my best friend.
oh.
Bro, that shit was fucking crazy. Everyone thought that was Odie at the start,
Yeah,
and then
they
like
all
when it
know.
started being
I
at least
had to tell
screams.
them.
Oh.
No. I had to tell them it was
Bro.
Scott. I was like, nah, that's Scott. I could tell when Ruby screamed.
We're all trying to fucking figure it out, eh?
No, he don't need me for that shit. He's better at it than I am.
Nah, get the fuck out of here.
It's all right. It's more effortless for him. I'll give him that. This fucker just walks up to the mic and does it. I'm like, bro, I've been
I
trying
just scream
for
like
years. I've been
Yeah,
trying
I
to do
just
I love when you guys do the fucking the screaming shit. I need Ruby. I'm fucking waiting for that heavier shit to come out later this year. Was it the post-hardcore you had planned?
Yeah, it's all done. I just need to finish up a couple vocals. Ironically, it's the screaming parts. Screaming's tough. I've been trying to learn how to do it correctly these days. Just save my voice on tour. But
Yeah.
yeah, the heavy stuff is done. I just need to like put a few couple of bells and whistles on it, and come up with
Yeah.
a name and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah. Oh, I'm
Okay.
so gassed for that. I know a lot of people are waiting for that.
Okay.
One more thing I was going to
This,
say about
now,
the band's influence. Hold on, Billy. One more thing I was going to say about the band's influence. Title Fight. I know you fuck with them heavy.
yeah,
We
Were
were
they
just talking.
influenced at all? Like, bro, I fucking love Title Fight.
Scrim and I have teased the idea of trying to get them to do a GreyDay with us, but I don't know if
I
that'll
was
happen.
literally fucking. I had that in the. I had a shower thought about that just before, dog. I've been thinking about that. You guys having them as the band for the year. How fire that would be.
I mean, honestly, Will Yip, the guy who records Duckboy, is he's produced Duckboy and he's done Turnstile. He's done and
Yep.
he's responsible for the latter two Title Fight albums too. Floral Green and
Wow.
Hypervision.
Yep.
Hyperview. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Was he in Citizen as well?
He manages Citizen and he manages fuck, I'm drawing Movements.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's gas. All right, you're up. Last question for you, Valley.
Oh yeah. This kind of is on the lines of the first one I asked you. This is like yeah, it's on the lines. It's how does the creative process differ from working on your whoa. Oops, I'm sorry guys. I just kind of spoiled the wrong question. My bad, guys. This is Ruby, you made me like the blunt, man. God damn. All right.
All good, dude.
What's I'm gonna cut it. It's okay. What's the overall message you wanted to embody with Via Crucis, Scott?
Oh shit. I think the same ever since I got sober.
Yeah.
But
Building upon that.
yeah, but with Via Crucis, I feel like it was more intentional because I remember moments when I was recording and saying a line or saying something and thinking, hoping that someone's gonna hear this when it comes out and it's gonna help them. So I think overall, I want people to hear it and relate, know they're not alone, because there's a lot of hurt on that album, and there's a lot of pain in that album, and I want people to know that. I mean, bro, just because we're where we're at, it doesn't fucking matter, dude. Like, we go through the same pain as a plumber, a cashier, anything like that. I want them to know that they're not alone. But the other thing, when I made Whiskey for the Holy Ghost, I remember I made that beat and I started freestyling over it, getting it together. And I remember getting to the "Can you believe it" part, and whatever you don't ever give up, I promise you love. And I remember stopping and being like, I can't do this. I gotta run this back because this is too positive and like it's too happy, it's too positive, and I don't think the fan base is gonna fuck with that. But again, I'll call it God. Some of me was like, you know what, fuck it, dude. Just run with it. And it ended up being like,
Yeah, fuck that fear.
yeah, it ended up being like one of the most positive songs on there. So whenever people like not only hearing the pain in the album, but I hope they hear the other message too, which is please don't ever give up. There's always hope. I hope, yeah, I genuinely hope when people either look or listen to that album, they're going through something, they feel like there's a light at the other side. Um, that it's not all bad. And whatever they're going through, they're gonna get through it. But to see it through. Um, but like I said, I remember specific times making this album and saying certain lines and making certain songs where I was like, it was more intentional than ever before of like I'm really trying to get a message out there. I'm trying to let them know how I'm feeling, what I'm going through. I'm trying to also give them hope. Um so the release for Lonely Boy was different for this. With Lonely Boy came out, I was just like, man, I can't wait for them to hear some different vibes from me. Like just me having a good time. And this one, I was way more nervous than Lonely Boy because I'm like, man, I said some shit in that album, dude. Like I brought up in Gospel of Scott, I mentioned getting molested in a tub when I was 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like I said some like shit that I never thought I would say to anyone, much less on a song. So I just hope that people hear it. I hope that it brings them comfort. I hope that they feel what I felt growing up when I would listen to music, going through shit. And I don't know. It just music always did something for me, especially whether it was positive or people talking about real shit. So I just hope it what both of us do is able to do the same for other people. But most importantly, that there's hope. You know what I'm saying? Like there's hope for everybody, dude. Not just for us because we're famous and rich. Like yeah. I mean,
that shit sucks.
There's hope for everybody. So yeah, that's it. Good question, Belly.
Thanks, man. I came up with it all by myself. Yeah. All me.
I think the project does
No, I'm
embody
just
that
playing.
perfectly, though. I think that message does come across
a
pretty
great one.
strong. I see a lot of people, like the way it's been received. I see so many people saying like this song means a lot to them, like that they relate to it really well. Whiskey for the Holy Ghost. One of my homies said that's like anyone dealing with addiction or has struggled with addiction, like coping with it and getting past it. That's like that song is like really relatable to them, and they can relate to the lyrics and that
Okay.
really strongly, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't delete it then, because yeah, fuck yeah.
All right,
Most
next
got-
one for Ruby. Pretty much the same thing. What's the overall message you wanted to embody? I think you kind of went over that a little bit.
I'll touch on it real quick, which is basically the Duckboy theme in all three projects is, especially the second and the third project, especially are basically just don't be a victim. Don't hold yourself to an impossible standard, and don't be a victim.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
I try to make Duckboy super encouraging and positive, and talk about like solutions rather than like um like instead of expressing misery, focus more on solutions to misery.
Yes.
Which in my experience has been, don't be a fucking victim and don't make it about yourself.
Yes.
So and I had to learn those
Yep.
lessons the hard. So that's pretty much the overall theme of what Duckboy songs are about.
Yep.
I love the quote, "Get over yourself." Like I try to tell myself that shit all the time. Like, get over yourself, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
check the
you're
ego.
not a
Facts.
victim.
Yep.
All right, come on. I love that.
Hell yeah.
All right. So what we doing now? We on with the duo
Yeah. Now we got the
questions
questions for
or
both. Yeah.
hey, so hello, Suicide Boys. This is different. Could have sworn I was just talking to Duckboy and Wello.
Where these guys come from?
What's up, guys? Wait, so what we doing? Kay, you want to ask the first one?
Yeah, sure. I don't know. This might be a hard one for Scott. What's your favorite song from each other's projects?
Oh, nah, it's not.
Because he's told me 1,000 times.
Bro, I would look. I'll literally show you my Spotify. Like,
Moldy Mem- Oh
Moldy
yeah,
Memories.
single.
I didn't just pull that up. Like, I've been jamming it.
Double
So,
XL?
Moldy Memories for sure, bro. I told him that when I heard it because I love, in my opinion, that he kind of used his rap voice on it. I don't know. I thought it was sick, but I've been bumping it all day. Definitely Moldy Memories.
Fuck yeah. I know I answered this question already earlier, but I will say my favorite Scrim solo song ever is Die For Me.
Yeah, bro. Which is I would never
That's a good
expect that
one.
from you.
I walked in on him making that song in the bus in I think Europe,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
I remember like, yeah, I'm not even gonna do
Die for me.
it hard.
That happened on accident, by the way. That wasn't even
Hey,
intentional.
the best songs happen on accident.
Yeah, that for me.
Facts,
That
'cause
was
it's like a message. It's like something came to you.
Yep. It's the moment that you are letting go and just letting it flow through you
Yep.
is when the magic happens, not when you're trying to prove how good you are.
Yep.
That's actually when you make the worst.
Yes. And when you come into it being like, I want to make this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was yeah, you can't do that. You have to let go. I mean, I believe in God and I just walk in, I'm like, listen, bro,
By the way,
whatever you want me to say, have me say it and do it right now. And then every time I do that,
boom,
yeah,
magic.
I say exactly what I'm supposed to.
Which, by the way, happy Good Friday, everyone.
Yeah, facts.
Jesus
Facts.
died for your sins on this day. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but you were saved 2,000 years ago on this day.
Yep. Be
Beautiful
careful,
way to
bro.
talk, huh?
Frodo.
Careful, bro. Some people might freak
They all,
out.
they all think I'm a satanic leftist.
Oh
anyway.
God.
For real.
Dude, why are you dressing up as Jesus, man?
Bro, the amount of
Goodness, wow.
backlash I saw in those comments was so fucking absurd.
Hey,
Thinking you're like
controversial.
mocking him when it's
You want to know what I think, dude? And this is my hypothesis. I don't know how real this is, but I think when we were miserable back in the day, obviously miserable people gravitated toward us because they related.
Mm.
And I think,
yeah.
actually, I know this has been proven, but when you start to get better and they stay the same, they don't fucking like that.
Mm-mm.
So they're gonna even if it wasn't God, if it was something else, they're gonna hate on it.
Yeah.
Sobriety,
Taking care of
God,
yourself. Yeah.
whatever, because they're still in that spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I actually feel bad for those people. Actually, when I really think about it, the motherfuckers that
Mhm.
comment that shit, I pray for them, bro. I feel bad for them because they're obviously pretty miserable.
Yeah, to be that hateful over
Yeah.
something that clearly helped you. Like, I don't believe in that kind of. I don't believe in it. But if it helped you and it helps other people, then
Right,
who are we to like offend and bash you guys for it?
right,
Yeah.
right, Cage.
Everyone believes in their own things.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Especially
Couldn't have
if
said
it's
it.
making you a better person. Come on.
Yeah, bro. I was
Exactly.
about
Because I honestly,
about to die, dude. So was he.
Yeah.
We were about to die. I don't know if people grasp that because they wasn't behind the scenes.
Oh, because
but like we
y'all
were
weren't
about to
there when
die.
we woke up gasping for fucking breath and we were sweating our asses off
Yeah.
going to cardiac arrest at 3 a.m. Yeah.
Right.
You weren't there for that part.
Right.
Mhm.
they only
Exactly.
see the best part that you guys
Like
want to show.
Like they want another Pete. Like they want another Mac.
Of course
Miller.
they do.
They want another. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
dude,
Yep.
I used to
Mhm.
idolize that. I'm not going to say that. We'll save that for another time. But I used to idolize that. That's all I'll say.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys weren't there when I gained 70 pounds in 1 year doing dope every day. You
Right.
weren't there for that.
Right. So fuck off.
Facts.
Exactly. Fuck off.
That's literally what I was gonna say, bro. If you guys didn't sober up when you did, I don't think you guys would still be here.
Ironically,
So if God,
30, both of us, we saved our lives at 30 years old.
When we said we were gonna blow
Kill
our heads
ourselves
off,
at 30 years
that's
old.
so crazy.
Ironically,
bro.
the success was killing us, which is fucking
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah.
The irony of that is
It's
life.
crazy.
some symbolic shit.
You're gonna learn this lesson regardless. Like
Oh, yeah.
that's how life is. It's like you're gonna learn it one way or the other. And it's like
So they say
whew.
when there's I think Marilyn Manson said it when all my wishes are fulfilled, all of my dreams are destroyed.
Mm.
And that's what happened. I mean, dude, you want like we got fame, we
That's
got money,
actually,
we
like,
got
yeah.
we got all the stuff.
Now what?
And I remember getting it thinking it would fix everything. And
No.
it didn't.
It's just external validation.
Right.
That's
And
all
then
it is.
yeah. And then I just got suicidal at that point, But all right, what's the next
Hence
question?
the name, Suicideboys.
What's the next one?
That was a hell of a good answer. Okay. What is our next question, Cade?
Nate said to do project name question.
Say again.
Okay, so I guess we're talking about your project names. So we already talked about the Duckboy direction, And we already know pretty much the Via Crucis direction. So I wonder what Nate is talking about here.
Yeah, what's the actual question?
The names, the meaning behind the names, which you've done.
We went over that already, sort of.
Of the album titles?
Yeah,
yeah, we already did that.
We could do the next question.
Yeah. Okay.
How did you
How
come
does the
up with the
creative-
music video concept? We'll go with
Oh,
do the music video one
yeah,
first.
do
We'll
that
end
one.
with that one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like when you guys make the music videos, how do you come up with like the concept of how you want it to be like filmed and like the location and the whole like aesthetic of the videos?
Good question.
You gotta talk about yours because his is worth explaining.
So
Yes.
I'll touch on this real quick. Excalibur was just a cool idea that I came up with. It's very similar to the storyline of Shrek a little bit. Not related. Not related, just coincidence. But I just thought it would be a cool idea to make some like fantasy movie from back in the day where like the dragon steals the girl, and I just fuck with like knights and shit and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, while Scrim was a cowboy, I was a knight. That's Excalibur. That's really it. I showed Dill, Jason, and the Argonauts, that movie from the 60s, and said this is what I want it to look like. They did a great job. There's actually some scenes borrowed from that movie too. The skeletons and shit.
That's phenomenal.
And then
I
for
adore
this,
that video.
yeah, for this last one, Moldy Memories, it was this idea I had of, look, Scott and I, Scrim and I couldn't have done this without each other.
Facts.
We couldn't have done. There's a reason why Suicideboys is what it is and why the solo projects are what they are. And that's not saying that the solo projects are anything less than Suicideboys, but the solo projects are for me and Scrim personally to do for fun for ourselves. Whereas Suicideboys is it's bigger than us. It's bigger than just me and him. And the whole point of Moldy Memories was like me confronting any sort of resentments or bitterness or negativity that I've held on to since the start of Suicideboys, and kind of showing myself that I could have easily have quit at some point, and without him, without us as a duo, I probably would have ended up just working at the restaurant my whole life, because I worked there my whole life and it's my family's. And you know, I think when you are bitter and miserable and negative, life is not going to reward you. I think when you forgive and when you care about other people and when you put yourself last and show like humility, I think life will give you everything that you need and want and more. So I think that's just my way of like, you know, Scott once told me, I'm just going to tell them, Scott once told me, like, you know, if I was put on this earth to make you shine, and like I was just here to do that, to make you the best that you could be, then so be it. I'm okay with that. And when he said that, I didn't feel the same way at the time. I was like, are you crazy, bro? I'm out for your neck every fucking song. And there is a bit of competition within Suicideboys. Like, I try to kill him on every track. He tries to kill me on every track. And it's healthy competition to keep us in check to be the best that we can be. But there was a point in time to where that kind of got blurry. And I didn't feel the same way when he said that. I didn't feel that. So recently, in the last year, I've come to terms with that. And now I feel the same way, to where if I'm here just to make him the best that he can be, then I'm okay with that. And that video, Moldy Memories, has like that element in it, you know? Plus, I wanted to show my dad and like and my family some love. Like, that restaurant provided for me my entire life, and I've known all those people since I was like fucking a baby. So I just wanted to give back and show them some love and shine a light on the restaurant.
Yeah, that video is top tier. Top tier.
Shout out Dill.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
I still haven't had time to watch the music videos yet. I'm gonna peep them just after we finish with this.
It's so good.
The way to do it is you play Moldy Memories but mute it and play Scrim's song, and then you do the opposite to replay Scrim's video and you mute mine. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Suicideboys. Yeah, that's right.
Do I answer? Or just,
Yeah, you're not squirming away, buddy. That
I'm
latest
just-
one was crazy.
yeah. I'm just trying to aura max. You know what I'm saying? I'm just out here aura maxing from videos. No. Yeah. So I think for this one, for via Crucis rather than doing a big production on like 1 or 2 videos. I wanted to kind of bring it back to what me and Adi used to do. Now, granted, we wasn't running around with iPhones like me and Adi used to do, but I wanted to go back to the days where we used to just run and gun. And that's what we did. For Methamphetamine Blues, you see me outside in a sunset. It's just a simple like silhouette shot. You see me at the bait.
That's a beautiful video, by the way.
Yeah, you see me at the bait shot. It was so simple. And Dill killed it with like the mood and the coloring and all that.
Dude,
And
the
then
coloring's gorgeous, bro.
yeah, and then Psych Ward video, same thing, dude. We just literally pulled up.
That's what it's called, Psych Ward.
Yeah, we pulled up to a location and we're like, fuck, we're gonna figure it out in New Orleans. And it was like by an abandoned building. And we just started shooting, bro. That was it. And then Dill with the editing and the virtual effects they did and all that, they matched the song better than I could have ever imagined. And then for all these, and then I think I have 4 videos left to come out. So, like I said,
Psycho.
yeah, rather than doing 2 big production, like Adi's had a lot of production, a lot of thought, a lot of production. Rather than doing 2 big productions, I was just like, let's keep it simple. Let's just run and gun. But in the same breath, in each one of these videos, you're gonna see it like it's true to who I am. You're gonna see it and be like, yeah, that's Scrim. Same with another one. It's like a different vibe, but it's true to me. Like it shows the duality of me. It shows like all the different
sides of you.
Yeah, all the different sides. So
how many you have left to come out?
4.
This fucking psycho.
And we
I have one more, one video left.
I got one, and look, I'll give y'all a little early teaser. I got one coming out tomorrow, and I think the one coming out tomorrow is gonna go nuts. I'm not gonna reveal it, but it's gonna go nuts. Not because it's a crazy video, but because of the type of video it is. But yeah.
Granted, he had 30 tracks on his album. I had 4. So
right, I was gonna say that the ratios, man. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Actually, I do want to touch on that for anybody that complains about how long Duckboy projects are. I do want to say, I record.
Oh, it's a totally different.
It's a whole different. It's not fucking beats, man. It's literally we're playing instruments, dude, and it takes a long time. Also, I record 2 projects at once because I'm going to Philadelphia every time. Right after tour, the day after tour, I fly to fucking Philadelphia for the last 3 years, and I spend 2 weeks out there and get as much done as I can in 2 weeks. And sometimes I can't finish it, so I have to find time. And with Suicideboys,
and do Suicideboys,
yeah, with all that,
and run the record label.
Yeah, oh yeah. You know,
I'm
trying to clothing line, but that's been put on the back burner for 3 years now. So
yeah,
it's a lot of work that goes into what me and Scrim do. And I just want to say that they are short projects, but you know, it's a lot to kind of keep up with. So fuck off.
Yep. Whole different process.
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess we could wrap it up with that. Those were
Dude,
amazing answers.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Dude, we thought this was gonna be like 20 minutes. We've been here for like over an hour.
I'm late. I gotta go have a date with the pregnant woman. So
that was fucking sick.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I'm getting a pregnant woman to eat shellfish and fish. So I'll let you know how that goes, guys.
Yep.
Oh my
Is there
god.
anything else you guys want to say?
Man.
Yes, we want to say that we love all you guys.
Yeah.
Your support means the world to me and Scrim. It means more than anything else. And we're just stoked you guys fuck with the music that we make and the content that we put out there. And, you know, like I said, we really do want to start coming in here a little more often and kind of fucking with you guys and, you know, just giving back to the community. So
yeah, we appreciate everybody supporting the solo projects and shit. And
we're no different than any of you. Fuck the celebrity status, fuck the money, fuck all that shit, bro.
We try
people, bro.
We try our best to show that and to stay connected with you guys and stay level with you guys. But now we appreciate all y'all, bro. Like y'all, I mean, dude, we could have quit a lot. Like y'all keep us going. I know y'all keep fucking gas in my tank for sure. But nah, this was fucking great. We can't thank you guys enough.
Shit, bro, I fucking hide from this shit, but I'm trying
y'all,
to
bro.
Yeah.
USB album.
Yes.
We just finished.
That was out.
we came up. I'm not gonna say anything, but we came up with the album title. We came up with the artwork. We have all the songs recorded. So yeah, that's also in the works. It never fucking stops.
Oh
But
my
thank you
goodness.
guys.
See,
We appreciate you all giving us an hour of your lives, and we hope you enjoy the
Yeah,
rest
same
of your night.
same to you guys. Same to you too.
If you're pregnant,
thank
do
you so
not
much.
eat or shellfish, please don't. It's not good for the baby. All
Yeah,
right.
don't do that.
Yes, yes. I remember that. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys so much for an hour of
Yeah,
your fucking time answering in-depth questions, not being like, like some artists are, very nonchalant or maxing, the whole time. But you
Yeah.
guys are the best unks ever, man. Oh my goodness, man. I'm unk too. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna say
Just
anything,
sucks.
but I'm fucking right. I'm a millennial. I'm a fuck I'm talking about. But
Yeah,
All right, boys, we out.
love y'all.
Love
Yeah,
y'all.
take care,
love
guys.
y'all.
Love you guys.
Take care.
That was
yeah.
W
Oh
fucking
my
listening party,
goodness.
not listening party Q&A. Holy shit.
That was fucking